What is up, everybody? Bill with Honest Open Permaculture Hop Farm. We are back with the set it and forget it compost pile. Let's break into it. So first off, I'm gonna say, hopefully you can hear me. I'm gonna try to block this wind. It's really windy, so if you can't hear me, I apologize. I'm gonna try to talk in between the wind blowing. I'm sure I'm gonna miss it here and there, but it is what it is. So it's been, I made this pile on the 15th of last month, on January 15th. It is now February 29th. So it's been sitting a month and a half. Set it and forget it. I did set it and I pretty much forgot about it. The ducks have been having a good time working around it, sticking their beaks in it and eating bugs and grubs and worms and stuff in it. It has shrunk quite a bit. If you do remember, that tarp didn't even really, not tarp, that blanket, it's a moving blanket, didn't even really cover. Let's get you a little bit closer. It's still moist on the inside, still wet. Let me dig in the middle. It is just a little bit warm in there. It's definitely warmer than the outside air. So it is holding a little bit of heat there in the middle. We're gonna go ahead and turn it to go ahead and get some oxygen back in this pile, because I'm sure sitting a month and a half, the microorganisms have probably depleted just about all the oxygen that's in there. So let's turn this. That's all we're doing, is we're gonna turn it from one spot to the next, show you what it looks like after a month and a half of just sitting there, what the middle of it looks like. I've got some water out of the duck pond, or the duck baby pool that's up there. I took that water out of there so I can add back into it. Boost it back up with a little nitrogen water, because duck poo is in that water. Can help heat this pile back up and get the process going again on it. So everybody's favorite, time to watch me scoop compost. If you've never seen me turn a compost pile before, I'm pretty much gonna pick the outside of it off, put it as the base first, and then we'll go dive into the middle and start putting that on top of what we just picked off. We wanna make sure the outside of the pile gets on the inside of the pile so we can get the benefit of those microorganisms heating up, eating it, and turning it into compost. So that's another reason why flipping it, because the outside material does not get as much work done to it as the inside material. So we're gonna add oxygen, we're gonna mix the materials up so the food gets all mixed up in there for the organisms. And as those new microorganism bacteria come into the pile, they're gonna be feeding off the old ones that had died, so the population will double, triple, will get even bigger each time we do this and quickly break this pile down. So here's what the outside of it's looking like. It's looking like leaves. On the first scoop, I just noticed right there on top too, there's earthworms. Well, I just cut him in half, sorry little earthworm. There's earthworms all through that. So that's awesome, awesome, good thing to see. We definitely want to see that in our compost piles. Let me give you guys a closer look on the pile, show you what the material's looking like. It doesn't look like compost right now, still just looks like leaves, some straw, and some cardboard. We can tell the straw is starting to break down. It's not its typical color. It's starting to turn brown. We still have quite a bit of time left on this compost pile doing it this way. If you want to know how to do this in less than a month, check out this iCard that I'm dropping in right now. It's a playlist on an 18-day compost system. It's called the Berkeley method of compost. It was created at Berkeley University in California. Works really well. Check it out. Oh, and if you don't want to stop watching this video to go watch that, it'll also be down in the description. The wind's gonna blow all my compost material away. Butthead. Guys, we're done. Let's talk real quick on a couple of things in between the wind. So we made sure the compost pile is at least 3 foot tall, at least 3 foot wide, because it needs that 1 cubic yard or meter, 3 foot by 3 foot by 3 foot, to be able to heat up really well. To be able to heat up how we want it to. So we got the 3 foot volume there. We added moisture to it with water and from the duck pond, or duck pool, the baby pool I have for them back there. So that had a bunch of duck poo in it, added more nitrogen into it. It'll help boost the temperature back up, because there is so many leaves in there. But I didn't think it would look like compost right now. It looked pretty much like I thought it would look. You can still distinguish all the pieces, but it's really starting to get darker. You can tell it's getting darker. I'll give you a quick walk around. Really kind of looks like a big pile of shredded leaves right now. Let's cover it up and we'll be done.